and welcome to this video. In this video I will be making a little cloak for my Eevee cosplay, and this is already part 5 of my little mini series of my Eevee cosplay. So if you want to check the rest out, go ahead. It does not really need to be watched in a particular order, but if you want to know why I am making Eevee, then head to the first part, which is the ears. There I will explain everything. I really hope you like the video. Please enjoy. I will be using 2 different kinds of fabric, and that is because I wanted to have a lining as well. So for the outer layer of the fabric I will use a faux fur, which is the same faux fur I used for my ears and also for the tail. So yeah, the fabric on the inside is pretty sturdy and I don't really like the touch of it, and especially when it's going on my skin as well, because the dress is off shoulder, so then it will be touching me a lot and I don't really like that feeling. So that is why I am using a lining. Also because the inside of that fabric is very ugly. Yeah. For the lining fabric I will be using a fabric I also used before, which you all also could see in the other previous videos, and I will be using the, well, it's not, it is fluffy, but it's not a faux fur, so I think it's like a teddy or something, I have no clue, but it is very soft and I do really like the feel of that. And that is the same fabric I used for my belt, and I also use it on the headband for my ears and the inside of the ears. I have used this pattern from Simplicity. I made this pattern once before. It was the top left one, and that was my big green cloak. And for now, I am not going to make the shoulder flaps or a hood or anything, and I just used the panels for the cloak itself, and I am making it a whole lot shorter than the longer cloak because it is going to be a short cloak after all. So this is the lining, and this is the back side of the lining, but it is a very good size, I think, to be honest. But yeah, I really love it, and it is also long enough. Of course there will be a little bit off of the fabric because of the seam allowance also over here, but that's totally fine because my tail will be around here, I think, so it will fall over it a little bit. Everything I will do the exact same thing as what I have done with the lining fabric for the cloak, because this is how it is looking right now, and it is, seriously, it is so fluffy. I wish you can feel it, but I love it already. And the neckline, I just put one layer, I folded it in once, and then well, this is 3 pieces, but with this I did not need to think about the real direction of the fabric, and with this fabric I do, because you have all of those hairs, and those hairs are coming down, as you can see right here, so I need to have it laid out like the fabric is still going with the fur downwards, because otherwise it would be sticking upwards and that will be a little bit weird with the cloak. So I have enough fabric and I'm very happy about that, because I don't know why, but I was thinking it will be a little bit too less, but obviously it is enough, because that is the front panel and I need to cut it out twice. So I have folded the fabric once, and this is the back. I also need to cut it twice, and I will lay this on the fold side, so I don't need to sew this also. So I will just cut it out with the neckline and the side seam and the bottom, and then the entire back panel is kind of already done. And then of course I will be laying the front panel also at the fold, but I will cut the fold open, because that is obviously the front is open. So, and then I can attach the side pieces onto the side pieces from the back side. And well, I also wanted to sew the neckline in once, just as I did with the other fabric, the lining fabric for the cloak. And yeah, I hope it will all go well, and I will cut this out with a rotary cutter. I have this one, and I know that the fur is also going to be cut, because normally you only cut like through this fabric which it is attached to, but that is a lot of fabric I need to cut with just tiny snips, and that is something I wish I didn't have to. So that is why I will be cutting it out with the rotary cutter, and I will go back to you later if it is all done. This is so sad. My bobbin thread ran out and I did not notice, so I was already at the end, and then I wanted to snip off the thread, but I've noticed I only sewed this little piece, and then I ran out of bobbin, so I thought I sewed all of this side, but unfortunately not, so it's quite sad. Cloak. This is how far I could get, and this is the inside fabric, what you can see on here from the faux fur, and this is the inside of the fabric from the soft teddy fleece fabric. And I did something wrong, of course, because I can never make a normal piece of clothing without making a mistake. So I don't know how well you can see it. I will come a little bit closer, but those pieces aren't even. I had the seams all aligned, and on the outside you cannot see the difference, but this is a whole lot longer, if you can see through it. The lining fabric, which is the darker one, is a whole lot longer than the faux fur. So I need to trim it down, but it is only on one side, so I need to figure out how I can manage to make it even and yeah, make it nice. That is something I really needed to do, and I also gave myself today to finish it, so I hope that will be fine, but I have no clue what I will do for the straps. So I will get back to you later on that part, and then first I am going to trim it, I guess. Totally forgot to tell you, but I accidentally, a few days back, I spilled some lemonade over my cosplay, almost my entire cosplay, and that was while I was filming the reveal for my Eevee dress. That was a bit stupid, so I hoped I could get it out, and I don't have any stains or anything, but the faux fur is still sticking in a few spots, and all of those hairs are clumping together or something, so I need to fix that, and I think I will fix it with just water and then let it dry and comb it out, or try to comb it out. So that really is a bummer. So I also got it on my ears, so I really hope I can fix everything. I am at least happy it is not on the dress itself, so that is a good thing, but still I want my cloak and my ears to be nice, so yeah, that's a bummer. this is the cloak I made. It is not entirely done. I only need to sew the neckline shut, but I don't know what to think about it. It is pretty hefty and pretty much and intense, and I feel like a mafia boss. So I don't know if I want to wear this, but for now, I need to do another few things for the cosplay and something else. But if I have time enough and if I have enough fabric left, then I will be making another cloak. And that cloak is going to be, the lining is going to be the same fabric as this one because it's soft and pretty warm, so that's nice. And for the outside fabric, I am going to use the same fabric I used for my Eevee dress. And that is just, it is pretty thin and flowy and lightweight, so I think the looks of it will be prettier, and it also fits a little bit more with the dress itself and the entire cosplay, I think, because I only used this faux fur on my tail and on my ears, and that is it. So yeah, I really hope I have time enough. Thank you all so much for watching, and I wanted to give you all some quick little thoughts on everything, because as you saw in the video, I made 2 clothes and it was a bit much, but the first one I did not wear. It was too ginormous and I did not feel comfortable with it, and in the end I was very happy I did not wear that one and that I wore the second one, because that one was light and it was flowy and it fitted so nice with the dress, and it was perfect with the weather because it was a very warm day. It was 22 degrees Celsius. And there was not a lot of wind, but when there was wind, it was nice to have something on, but it wasn't warm in a bad way. So it was nice, it blocked out the sun a little bit, so it was also like a little bit more cooling off, and that was something I really liked about it. I made 2 buttonholes because I did not have enough time and I wanted to make another one. And I had a little bit of an incident because I never did a buttonhole before, so I wanted to try it on my sewing machine, and I used a little piece of scrap fabric to try it on, and it wasn't working at all. So there was a little bit of a fight with my sewing machine, so I made them by hand and I did it with some embroidery thread, and I really loved how they looked and the end result, but the buttonholes were a little bit too big, so I also used a clip which I use for my green cloak as well. And that also looked cute, of course. And I had those little bow golden buttons, so that was very cute as well. But I do want to make another buttonhole and another button on it, and I don't know when I will do it, but when I do that, then I also will narrow them a little bit if that is possible, because they're a little bit too big, so it fell off pretty easily. But overall, I'm very happy I decided to make the second cloak, and it was a perfect fit and I really loved it. If you want to make your own cloak, because here we do it ourselves, go ahead, try it, because it is totally worth it. If it is a long cloak or a shorter one, it just looks so whimsical. So please try it out yourself. And I hope you liked the video. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps out my channel so much. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. And then I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!